Evening, everyone. Today is Monday, July 28th, 2025. This meeting hearing of the Ayer Select Board will be held in person at the location provided on this notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation via Zoom is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting hearing will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public will be with a particular interest in a specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. This meeting will be live on Zoom and in Channel 8. The public may access the proceedings by joining Zoom meeting ID number 978-772-8220, note new Zoom number, or by calling 929-205-6099. For additional information about remote participation, please contact Carly Antonellis, Assistant Town Manager, at atm@ayer.ma.us or 978-772-8220, extension 100, prior to the meeting. If we can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I'm going to open up.
Yes. Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we reopen the dangerous dog hearing from July 21st, 2025.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the chair says aye. This public hearing has been reconvened, and I am going to turn it over to Mr. Corbo, our town council.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Through you, Madam Chair. My name is Greg Corbo, Town Council for the Town of Ayer, and we're here this evening to reconvene the hearing to determine whether Connor LaHiff has violated the terms of the August 26, 2019 agreement concerning the keeping of a dog that the Select Board has determined to be a dangerous dog. As you may recall, when we were last together, Mr. LaHiff, through council, presented a proposed agreement whereby a third party would agree to adopt the dog and remove it permanently from the town of Ayer. Subsequent to that, we had communications with the individual who supposedly agreed to the adoption, and when we contacted that person, she denied that she was present at the board's last meeting on July 21st. Sorry, that she was at the meeting on July 21st, and we have reason to believe that Mr. LaHiff, in fact, was impersonating her through the use of a voice-changing device. So at this point, on my recommendation, with concurrence of the town manager and the police chief, I suggest that you formally open the hearing, take testimony from either the chief or the animal control officer as to what the alleged violation was, and that you make a determination. However, before you formally begin taking evidence, I understand that Attorney Cohen might wish to address the board, and I understand that Ms. Capilupo is here, and she may wish to address the board as well.
Okay. Mr. Cohen?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. And I would say, well, I've had about 200 hearings, and suddenly I have to change my whole procedure. I'm sorry for what ended up happening. I approached you in good faith, and we had a nice, reasonable plan in place. And I've never had that happen before. It's just so disappointing because it makes me question everybody now, even the people that we have trying to do something good for a dog or for a client. And I was duped. We were duped. And fortunately, the one way this was solved was I used a different email for Ms. Capilupo to send her the agreement, and suddenly she realized she knew about Mr. LaHiff, but she didn't know about the hearing, and she was quite angry that there was an impersonation of her. So when I first heard it, I didn't think I'd be back right here, but it's not how I operate, and I regret that it ended up to be a waste of time last time. Connor's mom is here again. Miss Capilupo, Real Carly, as I've been calling her, is with us. She has sent a copy of her license to myself and Attorney Corbo. Frankly, I had advised my client that this could mean that this was ultimately the death of his dog. The one thing that he wanted to fight against and hired me to fight against is the very thing that he probably, through his actions, once again may have led us all to. But
Attorney Cohen, Madam Chair, can I interrupt for a second?
Yes.
sure.
Um, Attorney Cohen, are you still representing Mr. Lehef?
I am here. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Good question.
Attorney Cohen, you and I may have had some discussions offline about what may or may not happen based on what the board does here, and I would prefer that we not discuss that publicly
Sure.
during this hearing.
Absolutely. And my only point was, from saying that, was that I think all options are understandably open to the board again. And so I'm sorry we have to go through this again. I think there's agreement, though, that even from last time, the carryover is that there was a violation of the order. To the extent you want to take testimony again, I understand that. But Carlin and Ms. Lehif are here if you want to speak to them. Thank you.
Ms. Capilupo, did you want to say anything, or are you good?
I don't have anything to say. If I'm here to answer questions if anyone has any, but I don't have anything to say.
Okay. We apologize for what happened.
Nope, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And through you, Madam Chair, can I just ask Ms.
Yes.
Capilupo to confirm whether or not she was present at the hearing last week?
I was not.
Thank you. Okay, so Madam Chair, at this point, I would recommend that the board take evidence concerning any alleged violation of the agreement. Before we move forward, I would recommend that you not allow anyone to address the board unless they are there in person or visible on camera for the remainder of the proceeding.
I agree.
Thank you. So through you, Madam Chair, is the animal control officer here?
She is. Julie, could you come to the table? She is?
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Would you please introduce yourself for the record?
My name is Julie Thomas, and I'm the Animal Control Officer in the town of Ayer.
Thank you. And would you please raise your right hand to be sworn?
She's got it up.
Sorry, I can't quite tell. Is it up?
Yep,
Oh, there
it
we
is.
go. Thank you. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give in this proceeding is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. So through you, Madam Chair, to ACO Thomas, can you please summarize the results of your investigation concerning an incident that occurred on or around April 17th, 2025?
Microphone a little closer to you.
To do what? To explain. Which one is this? I didn't read it. I had gotten a phone call regarding a dog bite in the town. I went to, I spoke with the person, and it turned out to be the neighbor that lived near her home, and the dog was Tiger. And I went to the residence a few times, nobody answered the door. So finally I got in touch with, without hearing from him, and we were concerned about his rabies shots. I was in touch with the Ayer Animal Medical Center, and they told me that the dog was up to date. That's where he took the dogs for their veterinarian appointments. And he said there, and I wanted to confirm the phone number, which was the number that I had, and he said, we have a second number. And I took that number, it belonged to Carly, and I actually reached out to her to see if she knew anything about where Connor was or the dog was, and because nobody's coming to the door, and she didn't really know, but she offered to reach out to him if I didn't hear from him, and I said, let's wait the weekend, and the weekend came by, and I still hadn't heard from him, and I called her back, and at 10 o'clock, and then at 10:15, Connor calls me, and he claimed that he was out of town in Connecticut because his father had died, and I just told him that, you know, he breached the contract on the dangerous dog, and he wasn't following up on that, and he just come up with excuses with everything.
Thank you. And did he deny that the dog was not muzzled and leashed at the time of the incident?
He said he was on a leash, and he did not have a muzzle on because he thought that he could just have a shock collar on because he did some training, but I'm not even sure if he had that on. But I said, evidently, that didn't work because he got out of his collar. So he got off his collar, he ran down the street. So that's not keeping up with.
Right. So so he was not, the dog was not on a leash at the time.
Not. He left the house on a leash, but the dog got out of the leash on his walk.
I see. And while the dog was unleashed and unmuzzled, it attacked another dog.
Correct.
Okay. And that dog was injured.
The dog was injured, and also the owner had a bite on her arm, trying to protect her dog.
And as a result of that incident, you issued 2 citations. Is that correct?
That is correct. Because
actually, you issued 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 citations.
I did, because he wasn't following up on what he needed to do. He wasn't licensing the dog. He wasn't taking ownership of what happened.
Okay. And were any of those citations paid?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Or were they appealed to court?
No.
Okay. And you prepared a report concerning that incident?
I did.
Okay. And does that report accurately reflect your investigation into the matter?
Yes, it does.
Okay, thank you. Madam Chair,
Yes.
this report is in the board's packet, and I would suggest that this be admitted as evidence in this hearing, along with a copy of the August 26, 2019 agreement.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's into evidence. Chair says aye.
Thank you. ACO Thomas, is there anything else you wish the board to be made aware of?
I don't believe so.
Thank you. So through you, Madam Chair, I have no further evidence to present, and I would, through you, turn it over to Attorney Cohen to present whatever evidence he wishes to present at this time.
Mr. Cohen?
Thank you. For the Animal Control Officer, ACO Thomas, on this last occasion that you had to call Carly, do you know which Carly you spoke with?
I know I spoke with the Carly that's here in front of me because I know her voice, and the way she articulated, and she owns that, the daycare, and
Okay, thank you. I just want, I think it's a question, well, we have to question everything.
yeah,
I do have, uh, we do not have evidence like last time to offer to say this did not happen. This failure to comply with the order. What we have is, so to that end, we have more information in terms of trying to help the board see what might be other options available to them. Not, I believe um, Carly under, knows the dog, has spent time with the dog. I believe the town is aware of her and may have even gone to her facility, agents of the town, to pick up Tiger uh, last week. I believe that's what's happened. But Carly, can you just fill us in from when you first called somebody connected to this case? And where is the dog now that you know?
Madam Chair, through you,
Oh,
Yes.
don't say it. Okay, right.
that's
Do
okay.
you have,
Madam Chair, through you, I do not recommend that Ms. Capilupo answer those questions.
my question is, do you have Tiger right now? Okay, well, I guess, do you know Tiger?
Yes.
How long have you known Tiger?
2017.
And um, has Tiger ever spent time with you overnight?
I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
Has Tiger ever spent time with you overnight?
Yes.
And where?
My business.
Okay, and what business do you have?
I own a dog daycare and boarding facility.
What's the name of it?
Stand by Me Dog Daycare,
And what city is it in?
Salisbury, Massachusetts.
How long have you owned it?
2015.
Um, and do you have any pets yourself?
I, I'm not sure why that's relevant, but yes, I do.
Well, it's relevant because we heard an answer last week that I'm trying to clean up the mess that was dropped on us. So, and this facility, do you have capacity to take more dogs than what you have now?
Uh,
Yes.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
through you again, I don't think that Ms. Capilupo should be answering questions about what may or may not happen to the dog as a result of any action taken here at this hearing.
Well, Greg, if we don't do that, then you're going to close the hearing for deliberation. And after it's closed for deliberation, there'll be no discussion or opportunity for her or me or Ms. LaHiff to speak. So how do you want to present the fact that the very plan we had last week is, it might be available? I mean, Carly Capilupo is not here just to clear her name, I don't think. So, um, how does that, however you want that information to get to these people to know it. It doesn't have to be through me, and if it's not through her, who will it be through?
Well, Attorney Cohen, if you'd like me to answer that question, um, it's not to the benefit of your client, but the truth of the matter is that your client is not a reputable person. He poses a danger to any person to whom this dog may or may not be transferred to. And for those reasons, I am not going to recommend that Ms. Capilupo put herself at jeopardy of physical harm or other types of harm that Mr. Laheff is obviously in a position to inflict. And we don't know that her agreement from last time was ever agreed to by her. And so, um, with respect to you, it is um, not your position to say what should or should not happen to this dog. The issue before the board
Got
is
it.
whether or not there's a violation. And if you are going to insist on pressing Ms. Capilupo, I would suggest that she leave the meeting.
Wow. Okay. So instead of explaining to, so kill the dog, Greg. kill it because you're mad at
Can
Connor.
I, whoa,
Because
hey,
they don't
can
know
I
the
break
other
in?
options. They don't
Can I
know the
break
other
in?
options.
Can I break in? Okay, first of all, stop it. Okay, this is a very stressful situation. As far as the daycare, I will just say she has a business, and I could just word this, are you filled to capacity at this particular moment? Ms. Capalupo? Okay, then
No.
we know then based on that question that 2 more dogs could show up to stay at the boarding center. Okay, so I think that has been covered. Okay, we've gotten the evidence as far as that there was a dog bite, that a dog got bitten, that a human being got bitten, something that you have not denied, Mr. Cohen. Okay, but I agree that it's going to be for this board to decide what happens with this dog. And we're all deliberating it right here in an open meeting, okay? But we're not going to put
I think
anybody
I
in
can hear you.
danger.
You break it up a little bit.
I said, we're all here in an open meeting, we're all discussing it, but we're not going to put anybody in danger. Okay, so.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
through you, I think there might be a poor connection. I was having quite a bit of trouble understanding what you were saying. I'm sorry.
It's our microphones. Sorry. I'm saying that we have evidence. A human being has been injured. A dog has been injured. We have a dangerous dog. We have a scenario that happened last week that honestly is just unbelievable that we all agree. We've decided that the daycare is not filled at capacity at this particular minute. So that addresses, could she handle more animals? As far as tomorrow, that's been addressed, but we're not going to do anything to put anybody in any harm. We're deliberating this in an open meeting, so let's stay on point.
I've lost you.
Is it, how about this mic? Is this mic work? I want to see if it's the
Oh.
mic.
It's better. We could hear you that time, but it's still kind of staticky and breaking up.
Okay, I'm going to try 2 mics just to see if that will help. Does this help?
That's bad.
Okay,
No?
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold tight while we try to see what we can do.
I mean,
Hold,
we can
please. Hold, please.
get the gist of what you're saying.
Okay. Is there,
I mean, I could try to restart the meeting.
no. Okay. All right.
I mean, the mics are on, the volume's up.
Okay. Is there anything else that either one of you need to present to this board?
Only to the extent that Barla Hef, Connor's mother's here, and she could confirm for us that Connor is in a position where he understands that if this dog were to be alive, it would not be with him. I think if you can share that, because clearly, Laura, the idea of the dog going back to Connor with these the order violated, they haven't heard from you tonight about that.
That was established last week.
That was established last week.
Before you speak,
One second, Laura.
okay.
Oh, okay. If you're still fine with that, I don't know what's carried over and what isn't.
Well, I think we're going to have the meeting minutes from last week attached to the meeting minutes for this week. So, but I think it's pretty plain from based on what got said last week, what we know today, and even, you know, some hints at it in 2019, that this is not a safe situation.
Okay. Laura, there's nothing for you to say, then we have nothing else to present.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
Wait, Madam Chair, through you, anybody who speaks needs to be sworn.
Okay.
I just wanted to apologize.
Okay,
Um,
I think that, yeah, we get it.
Okay, I just wanted to apologize for what happened. I'm mortified and heartbroken over the whole situation, and I apologize for what Connor did last week. Carly, I really want, well, Attorney Cohen, you know I've apologized to you, but I want to apologize to the board. And Carly, I am so sorry that Connor did that to you.
I appreciate that.
That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
All right. Okay, so is there anything else that this board needs to be informed about before we start deliberating?
no, Madam Chair.
All right. Okay, so we have a scenario. We have a dangerous dog. The dog was deemed dangerous in 2019. And obviously, we're here again. So last week, we had decided that, I think we need to go over this kind of step one. So step one, last week, we had discussed whether or not Connor would ever be allowed to own a dog. And we had discussed about 2.5 years versus the 5 years was required by law. I believe that we need to go with the 5 years.
Yes, and the entire
So,
state of
Madam
Massachusetts.
Chair,
Yes.
through you, I would suggest that the board first decide whether or not a violation of the agreement has been proven, and then we can go on to the next step as to what the consequence of that might be.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think that a violation has occurred.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, take your mic back. Any discussion? Okay. So I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion that the board find that Connor LaHiff violated the April 19th, 2019 agreement by allowing the dog known as Tiger to be at large, unrestrained, and not properly licensed, resulting in attacking another dog, resulting in injuries to the dog and its owner, and that Tiger was not properly muzzled or leashed at the time of the incident, and that by operation of Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 140, Section 156, and the terms of the agreement, Mr. LaHiff is hereby deemed to have surrendered all right, title, and interest in the dog. He shall immediately surrender to the animal control officer the dog's license and tags. He is hereby prohibited from licensing a dog within the Commonwealth for 5 years.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair says aye. He's a dangerous dog. He's violated the agreement, and you can't hold a dog within the Commonwealth for 5 years. Any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And so with that, the question would be, do you want to provide direction to the animal control officer as to what to do next? In my interpretation of the law, now that Mr. LaHiff is not allowed to recover this dog, the dog is essentially an abandoned dog, and the animal control officer has the authority to either euthanize it or make it available for adoption.
I think we should leave it up to the animal control officer.
Agreed.
I think so too, if it's an abandoned dog. Yep.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
I move that the animal control officer be authorized to dispose of the dog known as Tiger through euthanization or adoption in her sole discretion.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Chair says aye. The animal control officer has control of Tiger.
And finally, Madam Chair, state law authorizes the town to seek a criminal complaint for the violations. And under the statute, the potential penalties are, with respect to a first offense, a fine of not more than $500 or imprisonment for not more than 60 days in a jail or house of correction or both, and for a second or subsequent offense by a fine of not more than $1,000 or imprisonment for not more than 90 days in a jail or house of corrections. Does the board wish to give direction to the police chief with respect to seeking criminal charges for the violation?
We do.
We do.
Yes.
Okay,
I move that the board request that the police chief file a criminal complaint against Mr. LaHiff in Ayer District Court as a result of his violation of the April 19th, 2019 agreement and any applicable criminal laws relating to the false statements and actions by him at the board's July 21st, 2025 meeting, and that the chief advise Mr. LaHiff's probation officer if known.
Seconded.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Chair says
Madam
aye.
Chair, Madam Chair,
What?
1 second,
I'm
please.
sorry, before you vote, so we weren't able to get that, the mics were breaking up again.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do it again.
Want the double mic?
Here, you want me to read it? I'll do it.
Go for it.
I move that the board request that the police chief file a criminal complaint against Mr. LaHiff in Ayer District Court as a result of his violation of the April 19th, 2019 agreement and any applicable criminal laws relating to the false statements and actions by him at the board's July 21st, 2025 meeting, and that the chief advise Mr. LaHiff's probation officer if known. Hold on.
Seconded.
Okay. Did you hear it? Did you hear the motion?
I think we get the gist of it, but it wasn't great.
Okay, all right. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, and chair says aye. Chief Gill is gonna file complaints.
Thank you, Madam Chair. If there's nothing further, you can take a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And chair says aye. This public hearing is closed. And with that, we thank everyone for their attendance tonight and for clearing up this mess. And if there's nothing else?
Madam Chair?
Yep.
I would just say there is something else then. I have to go on record for it.
Okay,
Is that, I don't know what the plan is because we've been shut out and I understand that, but for now, Connor has to retain his 10-day right of appeal. So just advocating for him, I think he still retains a 10-day right of appeal. A violation.
He actually does not. That's specifically in the agreement that he
Correct.
waived that.
Well, what agreement, is that the first agreement?
Mhm.
Okay.
we'll let you guys fight that out. Okay? Anything else for this board to do?
No, Madam Chair.
All right?
Madam Chair?
Yes.
I will make a motion to adjourn.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The chair says aye. We are adjourned. Good night, everybody, and have a safe week.